Hello and welcome to this special episode of Up South. The last time we are shooting in the United State of Andhra Pradesh. Over the next 30 minutes, we will examine what the two new states of Telangana and Andhra Pradesh need to be prepared for. I am here at the Chinar that has seen many a page turn in the history of the city of Hyderabad. Let's talk to some people to find out what the change from Andhra Pradesh to Telangana means to them. Does it come with a lot of hope and expectations, or does it mean nothing more than a change in their postal address? बताओ, अभी जो तेलंगाना बनेगा उसे आपकी ज़िंदगी पर कुछ असर पड़ेगा, कुछ बदलेगा, कुछ उम्मीद है आपको?
उम्मीद तो कम है, देखो ज़्यादा नहीं है।
क्यों? बहुत
कम है। क्या है, पूरा चोरा इधर से वहाँ तक, यहाँ से वहाँ तक, पूरे खाओ पियो बत्ती बुझाओ है।
अभी तक तो आइडिया नहीं है साहब। सीएम साहब तो बहुत वादे करे हुए हैं कि ये करेंगे वो करेंगे तेलंगाना में। अब देख केसीआर साहब अब क्या करते वो देखना है। आने के बाद तेलंगाना अलग हो रहा, अब क्या होता वो देखना है। अभी तक तो तेलंगाना आंध्रा में बहुत सारा इफेक्ट पड़ा है कारोबार पे, अब आगे क्या होता नहीं मालूम मुश्किल।
पिछले 5 साल से आपके कारोबार पर असर पड़ा है?
बहुत असर पड़ा है, जब से तेलंगाना आंध्रा का चला बहुत असर पड़ा है। अब क्या होने वाला है नहीं मालूम, अब क्या होता। अब
अभी ज़्यादा सुकून होगा लगता है आपको?
अब सुकून तो होना चाहिए, अब सुकून के साथ अब फायदे क्या होते वो देखना है। जो अलग करे तेलंगाना उसके लिए फायदे क्या होते वो देखना है।
जय तेलंगाना जय जय तेलंगाना गोदावरी कृष्णम्मलु मन बीళ్ళకు మల్లాలే పచ్చని మాగానాల్లో పసిడి సిరులు పండాలే సుఖశాంతుల తెలంగాణ సుభిక్షంగా ఉండాలే స్వరాష్ట్రమైన తెలంగాణ స్వర్ణయుగమే కావాలే జై తెలంగాణ జై జై తెలంగాణ జై Telangana, Jai Jai Telangana.
If there is concern about what the new state of Telangana will be like, there is a good reason for it. Ironically, it is the Telangana Rashtra Samiti that is going to form the government here in Telangana state that is accused of fomenting tension by going on the offensive against the government employees from the Seemandhra region. Leading the shrill voices is CM-elect K. Chandrasekhar Rao, who will be occupying this office at the Secretariat, who has warned that Seemandhra government employees can enter the Telangana State Secretariat at their own peril.
Suppose anukundam kuda ke vaste balavantango 50 mandino 100 mandino maname rututaru. Secretariat chustama వాళ్ళను గేట్ కూడా దాడనీయం. తెలంగాణ సెక్రటేరియట్ లో కల్తీ ఉండడానికి వీలే లేదు.
We are here at the office of the Telangana Rashtra Samiti in Hyderabad, and this is the TRS war room, a war room where work is going on to ensure that no government employee of Seemandhra domicile works for the government of Telangana. We will now talk to Srinivas Gaud, who is a TRS MLA and also heads the TRS war room.
हम लोग तो एक अटेंडर भी आंध्र ऑफिस में काम कर तुम बोलते नहीं बोल रहे, एक आउटसोर्सिंग एम्प्लॉयज भी वो ऑफिस में काम कर तुम बोल के नहीं बोल रहे। उन लोग क्यों बोल रहे तेलंगाना ऑफिस में काम करते बोल के? ये 10 साल इधर ही रहते, 10 साल सेक्रेटरीट रहते, 10 साल पूरा HOD इधर ही रहते। वो ऑफिस में काम करके वो गवर्नमेंट में सैलरी ले।
तो आपका कहना है कि अगर आप सीमांध्रा के एम्प्लॉय हैं तो आपको तेलंगाना सरकार में कोई जगह नहीं मिलेगा?
बराबर नहीं मिलेगा। हम क्यों तेलंगाना क्यों कहीं को लाया? तेलंगाना अपने नौकरी अपने करना, नए लोगों को नौकरी दिलाना, अपने अपन रूल करना बोल के हम लाया है। अपन तेलंगाना लाने के बाद तेलंगाना सेक्रेटरीट में और आंध्र लोग काम करे थे बोले तो कैसे होता?
The echo of "We do not need you" is being heard loud and clear here inside the Andhra Pradesh Secretariat in Hyderabad. Witness what happened just a while ago. This is the office of the Andhra Pradesh Secretariat Association, which has now been forcibly taken over by the Telangana State Secretariat Association. When you hear words like "we do not need you," what do you feel? Do you feel hurt? Do you feel anger? Do you feel bitterness? What do you feel?
Definitely we are feeling hard because we are continuing since 23 years, we know, they already said. But suddenly they are we are not need, you go outside. We are working and living in the United India. First of all, we are citizen of India. They are getting the Telangana state, not Telangana country.
Do you feel that in a Telangana government, in a Telangana state, Seemandhra government employees will be treated as second-class citizens?
So the way in which they are talking is, so we feel that we will become a second-class employee.
I request the KCR to honor the other people like Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, like Seemandhra. That's it. Don't create anger.
The Telangana Secretariat Employees Association is what calls the shots now, eager to ensure that no Telangana employee here has to report to a Seemandhra superior. So out of the 400 gazetted officers who will be working in the Telangana Secretariat, there are about 125 officers who are going to be accommodated from the Seemandhra side. What will happen to them? Will they get work?
They may get admitted into duty, no problem, but they won't be assigned any kind of work so far as the secretariat is concerned. They may be assigned outside of the secretariat work.
No, is that because there is a trust deficit that you do not trust them for that they will work in the interest of Telangana state? Is there a trust deficit?
Yes, exactly. We have every reason to believe so far that their integrity is concerned. They may act against the interests of the Telangana public.
अब तुम्हारा बच्चा कहाँ है?
मलेशिया में
लेटर लिख के देना परसों।
मैं जो है सो वहाँ गई एम्बेसी इंडियन एम्बेसी को गए तो चेन्नई जाओ बोल रहे हैं चेन्नई जाके एम्बेसी को दियो बोल के बोल रहे हैं
कहाँ एम्बेसी को?
चेन्नई जाके दियो।
The MIM is an important political force in the city of Hyderabad. We are here at the MIM office in the city. Let's go in and ask MIM President and Hyderabad MP Asaduddin Owaisi whether he thinks Hyderabad will be in a state of turbulence thanks to its status as the shared capital of Andhra Pradesh and Telangana.
As victors, one should be very magnanimous and very humble. And
do you think that humility is missing?
You know, election euphoria lasts for, that victory and victors. It lasts for some days, some few weeks. But once the reality is there in front of them, I'm sure that they'll be more discreet in what they say and how they approach. But yes, we will have to take everyone along.
When you speak to people from the other region who are settled in Hyderabad, do you sense a feeling of apprehension and perhaps fear as to what could happen to them if they continue to live here?
Nothing will happen to them.
Especially in the light of what KCR has said.
No, nothing will happen to people of Seemandhra, and we have taken a stand that if any Seemandhra people is threatened, we will stand shoulder to shoulder with them.
The Seemandhra residents, we are seeing more and more cases of depression, anxiety, agitation, fear of the future. In fact, I've had people who stopped investing in land or property. They even not sure if their job is going to be retained at the end of 6 months. So that's one side, you have insecurity, you have depression, and you have a lot of anxiety and angst. And on the other side, the people of Telangana, some of them who come to me say, it's time, because we've suffered for so long, it is time. It's time that we got all the opportunities, it's time we got the reservations, it's time that something good happened to us, because we've been waiting forever for it to happen. And we don't mean to harm anybody, or we don't feel that somebody's job should be given to us. But all the same, we feel that it's always been a very partial state of affairs in the government, especially in the government sectors. So it's now time that we get our share of and our chunk of happiness.
जो तेलंगाना अब स्टेट नया बन गया हमारा, तो हमारा स्टूडेंट्स को बहुत फ़ायदा होगा, क्योंकि अभी देखो एडमिशन्स में मेरिट पे ले लेते, लेकिन अभी स्टेट डिवाइड होने से क्या है, तेलंगाना स्टेट के जो स्टूडेंट्स हैं वो लोग मेरिट में आ जाते। इससे पहले क्या होता था, मिल के रहने से अभी वो आंध्र प्रदेश के जो स्टूडेंट्स थे वो मेरिट में आते थे, वो अभी उधर से विजयवाड़ा जो रहता है इधर आके मेरिट में सीट मार लेते।
KCR's aim is to push his political rival Chandrababu Naidu to take a position and then dub his TDP as an Andhra party, which talks on behalf of the Seemandhra employees and is therefore anti-Telangana. Naidu has already challenged KCR, saying that his party will win the Telangana election in 2019. Already posters and banners celebrating the return of Naidu have come up all over Hyderabad.
Strategy is oppose for something or other. You oppose for opposing sake. He is opposing the same Andhra people, Andhra Pradesh people, Telangana, yes. He is raising the temperaments of Telangana and he is making people to fight. He is creating war rooms. Why all these things? There is no need for war rooms. It is a peace room. You say it.
No matter what Chandrababu Naidu gar might say or might want to propagate, the fact remains investors invest only if there is a return on their investment. Investors invest if there is infrastructure. Investors would also invest if there is that element of confidence that there is business that can be generated and there is a certain positive return on investment, or else nobody would invest.
And you think Telangana gains on that score over Seemandhra?
Telangana has the trump card, which is Hyderabad.
Divorce is more often than not a messy affair. And when you see how bitter this entire episode of separation has been in Andhra Pradesh, you realize that these wounds of bifurcation will take a long time to heal. Time for a break on Up South. After the break, we examine why the industry in both states is apprehensive about startup problems. The first effect of bifurcation is that the Andhra Pradesh Film Chamber of Commerce has rechristened itself as the Telugu Film Chamber of Commerce so that it can keep its feet in both states. Its main concern is that an entertainment tax of 7% was imposed on films made inside Andhra Pradesh and 24% on films made outside the state. Now Tollywood wants the same 7% tax to be imposed in both Telangana and Andhra Pradesh, irrespective of where a Telugu filmmaker comes from.
A film industry is just not four walls. It's just not four walls where I put up a floor and say, let's shoot. Film industry is human resources. Human resources have to be developed. I will just take it a little out. Maybe I don't know if you can put it in or not. If you look at the Hollywood, 60% of Hollywood films are shot in Canada. They're shot in Vancouver and England and now Eastern Europe. The sole reason is because they're film friendly and they give them subsidies. Recently Mahesh Babu's film went to United Kingdom. They got a 40% rebate back of what they spent there. We film people need that kind of this thing. That's why we are going abroad. So whoever treats us gently, treats us nicely, we stay there.
Between 1995 and 2004, when Chandrababu Naidu was the Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, he logged Hyderabad onto the world IT map. Now, as he is set to start his second innings, he will find that he has to start from scratch, as Hyderabad alone accounts for 90% of the software exports, with Vizag, Vijayawada, Kakinada and Tirupati accounting for next to nothing. But it's also an opportunity to tap into a virgin market.
Chandrababu Naidu, you know, I mean, when Hyderabad there was nothing, only rocks and boulders used to be in Hyderabad. He marketed Hyderabad and whatever is today, it's all because of Chandrababu Naidu's contribution. And we are very hopeful that Visakhapatnam is going to be next destination. It is going to grow. The Visakhapatnam will have definitely a very high growth rate of the number of companies moving there and expanding operations compared to Hyderabad.
In Visakhapatnam, we have IT layouts there. We in fact have special economic zones also there. And over the last 2 years, what we have also tried to do is, from the state side, we have created incubation spaces in all these smaller towns. We have built in more than 1 lakh square feet in Visakhapatnam. We have also built in 20,000 square feet in Kakinada. We have built it in Tirupati. We have built it in Warangal. And in fact, in Vijayawada, we have more than 2 lakh square feet already available and lying vacant right now. So there are spaces available. There are SEZs, there are IT parks in all these smaller towns as well. So it would be for the successive governments to push for their own areas and try and get IT majors into their respective towns.
In fact, such is the reputation that Chandrababu Naidu comes with, that Telangana's IT industry feels that he will act as a magnet for the IT majors who would take advantage of the tax incentives that he will shower on them for setting up base in Andhra Pradesh.
We are foreseeing some threat from Seemandhra. The reason being, Chandrababu Naidu was having experience in getting IT companies to Hyderabad when he was the Chief Minister for United Andhra Pradesh. But overall, no, we are having already established companies, hundreds of companies. We are having around 200 plus IT companies already established in Hyderabad, and we are having many SEZs which are in the pipeline. So, but it's all depends, how is the Telangana government Chief Minister is going to work towards IT development.
But it is not as if those who will run Telangana are not aware of this hurdle. At this hotel in Hyderabad, a meeting of Telangana industrialists is going on, about 80 to 100 of them, and they are meeting K.T. Ramarao, one of the bright faces of the Telangana Rashtra Samiti. Having worked in a corporate firm before he entered politics, K.T. Ramarao understands the ecosystem that the industry in Telangana state will need.
Hyderabad एक ऐसा खूबसूरत शहर है जिसका तरक्की, जिसका विकास कोई भी रोक नहीं सकता, कोई भी इसके साथ।
Only one concern we have is special status of Seamandra. If that is the case, special status, whatever, we do not know the policy.
You also want the same here?
The same here. Whatever districts they are giving backward, at least we want to have that.
The quality labor are from Seamandra. Quality people are from Seamandra. Whether they will be continuing here or not, I don't know. I have my own fear.
So if the labor, the quality labor as you call it, shifts from Telangana to Seamandra, how is that likely to impact industries like yours?
Definitely. Quality problem, then operator, then helper. We rely more on Seamandra worker and staff.
Why is that?
Because they are more laborers, they are more focused, they are more, enthusiastic about the work.
And to create that kind of a quality workforce, you think it will take many more years in Telangana?
Many more years. We need to create a culture.
We all know Telangana will be a power deficit state. But at the same time, the government of Telangana, headed by TRS, has already decided that in the first 3 years, we'll be targeting to generate about 10,000 megawatts of power, be it through the renewable energy sources or the traditional sources.
While the government of Telangana takes care of the energy needs of the homes, the industry and the agricultural sector, what is perhaps needed in good measure will be a lot of good energy, euphoria and excitement. This hoarding behind me perhaps sums up what the rest of the country expects from the two neighbouring states of Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. That's it then on this episode of Up South. From me and my camera person Damodar, thanks for watching.